wanted to get like a little peg horse and be like, what's up, guys?
All right, everyone. Is everyone ready for the Fire Emblem Awakening panel?
Yeah.
Oh, that was weak. Is everyone ready?
Yeah.
All right, perfect. First I want to establish some rules. Rule number 1, when we are talking, please be quiet. And if you have a question, please raise your hand and wait. We want you to hear us and we want to hear you. Please don't talk over people. Rule number 2, no spoilers. No spoilers. Some of us are not caught up yet. I will hunt you down if you spoil.
Don't make Dad come get you.
Rule number 3, if you want hugs, you're going to have to wait until after the panel because we have very little time. As much as we like hugs, we only have an hour. Am I forgetting anything? Rule number 4.
Shut your phones off.
Oh yeah, shut your phones off, keep it on silent, no flash photography. You know, we don't want to get distracted. And rule number 5, shipping is allowed. Shipping wars are not. We just finished a war not too long ago. We do not want to start another one. If you start a war, we will fight you. And you will lose. I am not even kidding. Right then, and for any of you who was expecting Crom to be here today, unfortunately, he could not make it. He really wanted to, but he has royal duties to take care of. I should know because I'm his wife. And my son right here, he's feeling really sickly today. You can ask, if you want to ask him questions, just make sure you ask questions where he doesn't have to move. Because he's just not feeling he's not feeling good. All right, without further ado, let's get started. With introductions, I am Robin.
I'm Lucina. Gaius.
I'm Brady.
Oh, we do have microphones. Okay, pass that one down to probably, let's see how far we can get that one down. Turn it on.
You turn it on.
Yeah, turn it on. Technology. Okay, take that one. Make sure you do it. Okay, sure. Now.
All right.
Gregor has got you.
All right.
Hi, I'm Olivia.
Yay.
Oh my gosh, you made it.
I made it. There's so
Bubbles. Bubbles and bubbly.
I am Gregor.
I'm Robin, and I'm tired. There's a lot of risen out there, so be careful.
All right, does anyone have any questions for any of us? Yes.
I guess if you had to choose a class, like to reclassify, which one would you guys pick?
Who is it to? Everybody? If we had to reclass, Darkflyer.
Assassin.
Can I be a dancer?
Gregor always also wanted to be dancer.
I don't know. I just like being a Green Knight. Of course.
Protector of Prom.
Yeah, I'm his sword and his shield, like my boy.
I think I'd like to be a cleric if I could choose.
Naomi, you have anything to say?
I'll be a paladin so I can absorb all the XP and be the strongest.
Honestly, I'm the greatest technician I know, so I guess I would just be the master technician. Sweetheart, you have anything to say?
I probably want to be a dark mage.
All right. Oh, anybody else have any questions? Yes.
This one's for Lucina. I love you. You were really pretty. You look a lot like Mark, but I was confused because your trophy description made it sound like you two had some kind of connection. I'm not implying a ship necessarily, but I would like it clarified. Like, how are you two related at all?
Well, sometimes you get this feeling in your chest. And you feel really like noble and kind of dorky. But that could also be Crom. He's in there. And sometimes he comes out when I am Marth. Because sometimes I am Marth. Hold all you.
I can concur to that. Anybody else? What? No hands? Come on. There you are. Chica.
Frederick, why did you have sunglasses?
Because I'm the coolest dad on the block. I got some pubs to hit right after I drop the kids off at school.
And I saw a hand. Yes, you.
What sort of paradox happened that both female Robin and male Robin are here?
You know, I have no idea. How does that work?
You trying to send them to my world.
Do you say Miles?
Street bash.
Yeah, street pass.
So, when Lucina here was trying to foil my plan to, rule the world and everything, I started to follow, and I fell. Hit my head pretty hard. But everything's kind of fuzzy. I'm starting to remember everything. So after all this, I need to see all you guys, because you guys are supposed to be dead.
Anybody else? Yes, you.
Gaia, most interesting thing you've ever stolen?
Oh, fun. I like to hear this.
Well, I believe that is a story for another day. My great adventures, there's a lot of details, and we obviously do not have enough time in this panel for it.
Well, you're no fun. All right, anybody else? Yes, way in the back.
McGregor, what's your favorite memory in the war camp with everybody?
Gregor's favorite memory is when he single-handedly saved both Crom, Lucina, and the entire army. Nobody knew about it. Gregor doesn't brag because I like discreet. But yes, I'm the reason they're all alive.
Yeah, sure. Tell that to the technician. I saw your hand first.
Gregor, how do you deal with Noe's attitude?
It's so cute. She like little girl, but really not little girl. She's my waifu. Happy waifu. Waifus can do no wrong.
All right, yes, you.
Well, this is a reference for the Robins. Which of the tome spells is your favorite to use?
Oh, for both Robins?
Yes.
You want to start with your favorite?
My favorite would be probably Nosferatu or Giltner.
All right.
Do you guys want a reason or?
Just curiosity.
I guess my favorite would be Elf Thunder, or End Thunder, excuse me. It may not be the strongest thunder type, but it has a special place in my heart.
All right, that's good.
All right,
I don't like Thoron.
Actually, never mind. That's my favorite too.
Father!
Yes.
This one's for Olivia.
Oh.
How much harassment have you seen in the camp from your dances?
Oh my gosh.
It's been dark. My dad's got my back.
Hey, babe. Okay.
Please keep it PG-13. We don't want it any dark than that. Anyway, who has a question? Yes.
Well, for everyone, what are your preferred weapons?
Preferred weapons? Morgan, you wanna?
I don't know. I mean, like it was discussed earlier, I'm pretty fond of Thoron. It's just me.
I like totems, honestly, because magic. I like magic. And totems.
I like Falchion.
Always.
I like anything that works.
Yeah.
Just like my
To be perfectly honest.
My lance is obviously my pride and joy. I don't go anywhere without it. It sits right next to me.
That's when it breaks. Oh.
Never breaks.
He fixes it every day. I see him.
You can never go wrong with a tomahawk. Ranged and up close and personal.
If it kills, I'm using it.
Any other question? Yes, I saw your hand first back.
How have you all survived Tharge's hexes?
Okay, one thing about Thorsha. Okay, I love her to death, but she freaks me out. How we survive her hexes, she is actually one of the most amateur witches I've ever met.
Don't let her hear you say that.
Yeah. She would probably kill me on the spot. She was actually supposed to be here today. I don't know where she went.
There's a lot of risen out there.
A lot of risen out there. She's probably taking care of
Maybe a
those.
hex went wrong too.
Yeah. Anyone want to comment on that?
We just throw Robin at her and call it good.
Yeah.
I'm so scared.
Double duty?
Double duty.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Two fly to clean up this mess.
We'll see how that goes. I saw you.
This one's for Gaius.
Gaius?
What's your favorite sweet?
It's me.
Exactly.
Exactly, yeah. Maka, I think I saw your hand.
So this is for the Robins.
Oh, okay.
In the newest Super Smash Brothers, when you're, I'm embarrassed, I forget the name of the jagged swords that you have, but when that runs out of power,
Levin sword.
and you toss it away and it goes poof until it gets power back, is there a particular spell you cast beforehand that makes it come back out of nothing?
I think Thorsha is at work at this.
More than likely her. I'd like to pretend though, I have to say like under my breath and hopefully it disappears. But I'm pretty sure it's just Tharja. She's got her back.
Alright, Brady hasn't had a question in a while. Does anyone have a question for him? Yes.
What's your favorite means of healing?
There you go.
Short and sweet and to the point. Any questions?
I'm just going to hug Brady next time he gets arrow in back.
Alright. Alright, really? No questions? Yes.
Oh, Brady, how has your mother been handling you recently?
She wants me to not wear these robes. She wants me to wear more formal attire. No.
He's wearing a dress.
Robes. These are priestly robes. Don't do that.
A dress.
Alright, who has a question? Oh, you.
Are you guys glad to or not glad to have Donnie in your party?
Donnie means a lot. Oh, Donnie. Yeah, I'm glad he's with us. He gets really strong really fast. He's a quick learner.
Oh, he's a weakling.
At the beginning, but with enough time and enough effort, he is the strongest member I know. I should know. I'm the technician.
I know is Olivia. That's all you need to know.
I promise you it's really, really nice. Sometimes when it's really, really late at night and I really don't have anything to do, I always see that he's awake, and so we'll like hang out sometimes. And we'll just kind of like mess around in the dirt. And one time he let me wear his pot on my head. It didn't fit very well, but I felt really good.
Don't play with pot, kids. Bad idea.
Alright, oh, I saw you.
Gregor, if you had to duel anyone in the camp, who do you think would lose the least?
Gregor can't fight himself, can he?
Can't, but only emotionally.
Everybody loses that fight. I feel Long Q. He's good little kid. He's much growing to do, but much potential. I think he would last like 3 seconds.
Any other questions? Yes, you in the back.
How large is Kellum's suit?
I'm sorry?
How large is Kellum's suit?
Who's Kellum?
This guy.
How large is Kellum's suit? You ever seen Mary Poppins?
Well, it's too big for him, honestly.
It's just a black hole.
It's a black hole.
Okay.
There's nothing there.
You guys see like,
He's lost.
see the screen right here? You see how it's kind of like way big? It's like I can fit like 3 of me right here. It's maybe a little bit bigger than that and a little bit taller.
Oh my god.
He's like undone
It's about that.
Yeah, and rumor has it he is short. Or small or whatever. I don't know how he fits into that.
Stilts.
Let alone how he walks into that. Yeah, I actually feel so bad right now. I literally forgot who Kellum was. Are you in the back?
It's so hard to find. How do we know he's not here now?
Kill him! Kill him! Are you hiding?
Kill him!
Only Kellum can find him.
Maybe the Risen got him again.
Did anybody remember to pick Kellum up on their way to con?
Oh man!
Did we leave him?
Damn it. Someone had their hand up. Who was it? You.
How do you handle Henry?
Oh, he's my team.
Don't get me started. Henry is okay. He's a sweetheart in his own creepy way. But he tries too hard. He wants to please everybody by killing our rivals? And that's not always the case. That's not always necessary.
Terrible bird jokes.
Terrible bird jokes.
Like everything with that guy is a freaking crow joke. I'm like, come on, man. These are getting old.
There's no cause for these jokes.
Oh, you're not my friend anymore.
One time he gave me a resin hand as a gift. On my birthday of all days.
Mom, why didn't I get to see it? I would love that.
And evaporated. It was a resin hand.
Oh, that's a good point. Okay.
Otherwise, I would have loved to show it to you, I guess.
I think he's kind of cute.
Lucina and Henry sitting in a tree.
No! I will not do that to my daughter! She's not allowed to marry anybody above her generation.
I'd also marry that.
What?
I'd also marry that.
No PDA.
1, 2, 3, pedophile! I'm also down with the Henry train, but I'm just going there. It's not that bad. He's actually really nice. After you get past all the blood and...
He's pretty hot.
Whatever you do, don't let him and Varja hang out.
I might have let them accidentally during a war we were at.
Robin.
That's why
They were the closest ones there. They had to be paired up. Plus, they both had dark magic. Anyway, Frederick, do you have anything to say about it?
Oh, I was just saying that's why they're not here today.
I ship it. Anyway, who,
So Frederick, you seem like a pretty cool guy.
Oh, thanks.
Where'd you get that big fat lance?
I was born with it.
Saw that coming right after that.
Next question.
Move on.
alright, you, what?
I have a question for Frederick.
Okay.
What is your lance proficiency level?